Hi, this is Dr. Gary. Welcome to my weekly tune-up this week. Have you been driving around out there and sometimes look at everyone else driving, especially down there around these toll plazas where there's just hundreds of cars stopped waiting to get through this little tunnel or this little gate to get to where they're going to go that day? And they do this day in and day out. Have you found yourself going through the motions every day, sometimes wondering, like, what am I doing this for? The question I have for you right now is, what are you doing it for? Is there a higher purpose in what you do? One of the things I want you to all be aware of when you listen to this, that every day, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you're having effects on other people's lives, not just your own. Your attitude, the way you project yourself, the things you say, even what you do for a living, affects millions of other people eventually. Many people just think they're this autonomous thing in life that nothing matters. Nothing matters what you say, what you do. Nobody notices it. Nobody cares. Well, the truth of the matter is maybe nobody notices it consciously and nobody cares consciously. But the problem is what you do does matter. So it matters what you do. And manners are one of the first things we have to be careful of. That seems to be right now one of the things that's breaking down with people more and more all the time. They're getting rude, they're getting indignant, people are being stressed out, they're upset right now, they're being pressured with money and jobs or lack of. When you're driving around, think about, what is your purpose in life? Many people ask me that, gee Gary, how do you figure out your purpose in life? Well, one of the things that I want you all to be aware of, that one of the primary purposes of each one of our lives is to inspire and motivate other people. Ask yourself today as you're doing your job or driving around in a car, what are you doing right now to inspire someone, to motivate someone, to help someone feel better? Each one of us like to be around people who make us feel good. Are you one of those people that make other people feel good? Are you so miserable yourself that if you have the opportunity to change things in your life and knew a way to do it, you still wouldn't do it because you're too apathetic? You just don't care, you're burned out, you're upset. I talk to people all the time that say that. Well, I just don't care anymore. Really? The moment you quit caring, the moment you get up in the morning and say, I can't do this anymore, that's the time, it's time to make a shift. And that shift can come easy. It's just a matter of deciding we're going to change our attitude about things, because what is the most important thing in our life is the way we think about stuff. And if we're thinking about things wrong, then everything that comes to us through that filter of thought is going to seem wrong. Everyone that feels apathetic about life right now, or they just don't care about other people, they're just in survival mode themselves, has a problem. Because right now we're in this with everyone else, whether we think we are or not. And sometimes your greatest resources are the people that you don't even know that are standing right across the aisle or just in that other car over there. They're going through the same thing you're going through. Many of us are so myopic in our thinking that we believe that we're the only one going through this and feeling the pain. It's not true. We're all going through this together the same way. Some people might have a little bit more one moment and have a little bit less the next, but it's an even flow of energy. And you have control of the energy in your life by focusing on what you want. Wayne Dyer always says, if you change the way you think about things, the things you think about start changing. Ask yourself, how am I thinking about things? Do I have an apathetic approach to life? Do I have an apathetic approach to my career and my job? Do I hate my job? If you hate your job, then quit it and do something that inspires you. Do something you've always dreamed of. Become an entrepreneur. Build something. That might be the sign. If you're upset about what you're doing and it's not fun for you, you're wasting your life in drudgery. Do something that is inspiring, that inspires other people. The more inspired you are, the more you're going to inspire other people. And for you to be inspired, it takes creativity, it takes positive thinking, and good focus. And if you got yourself in a place right now where you're just not focused and you're kind of bummed out and you're kind of irritated the way things are going in the world, well, listen, there's some things you're in control of and there's some things you're not. And the one thing you're in control of is your attitude and the way you think about things. If things are not the way you want them to be today, ask yourself, what is it that I love? What is it I want to do? How could I serve other people? because that's the greatest gift of all, is to serve other people. That's the reason I love what I do. Even though sometimes it's treacherous, sometimes I feel like giving up, sometimes I get beaten up a lot by a lot of you writing me back saying you disagree. But most of the time you do agree, because this is about common sense. So today, when you're driving to work and you're stuck in traffic, or you're in a line somewhere and you're in a hurry, take a deep breath and relax and ask yourself, I'm going to allow this right now. I'm going to take the pressure off. And always tell yourself this little phrase, I'm going to decide right now, this just isn't that big a deal to me. Whether you're in traffic and you're being late or whatever it is, I'm going to decide right now, this just isn't that big a deal to me. I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy the moment. And guess what happened? The brain will follow suit, and you're going to start calming down and relaxing. And the moment you start relaxing, then you're in a position to start inspiring someone. And the first person you want to inspire is yourself, by thinking something that makes you feel good. Rather than everything that makes you feel bad, switch it up and train your mind to focus on something that makes you feel good in that moment. Just dream for a moment. And what's going to happen is you're going to start feeling better. Now train yourself to do that, and everything's going to change in your life. Guaranteed. It's all about attitude. The most important commodity we have is attitude. Let's work on that this week. Let's really decide, what is our purpose? And understand our purpose is to inspire and motivate other people. What can you do today you didn't do yesterday to make that happen so tomorrow feels more inspirational to you? Until I see you next time, this is Dr. Gary wishing you a great week. And thanks for being in contact with me. Until then, bye-bye.